All right, get out there. All right. Welcome back to Whiskey Buds. I'm Kurt.
I'm Billy.
And we're continuing Billy's 100 whiskey journey. What are we at, like 86 now? That's pretty good. Okay.
I'm supposed to be counting these?
No, we're just rough guesstimating it. We don't care.
Okay, good.
We probably hit over 100 and we don't know. Actually, after hitting 100 episodes just a few episodes back, that's pretty big milestone for us.
Uh-huh.
You should all send us money. Oh, wait. All send us whiskey for hitting 100 episodes. I think we earned it, deserved it. Something, right? No?
I don't know. I'm tired.
Why are you tired?
I've been working all day.
Working all day?
Yeah.
You know what's good at a long day?
What?
Whiskey.
Yeah. I've been working all day whiskey.
Working all day? Depends how hard you've been working.
Really, really hard.
All right. See, just working all day just deserves a decent whiskey. You're working hard?
Yeah, like your muscles are sore and you're just like,
You didn't do any attic work, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right. Anybody who's been up... That attic work sucks, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Half the time you can't freaking stand up, right? It's stifling hot, even when it's cold outside.
Uh-huh.
It's dust and dirt, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty brutal.
Where are you going with this?
I'm trying to get you to say, yes, I worked really hard. Like, I'm trying to, paint this picture for you.
I expected you to be like, all right, here's the attic whiskey that...
No, it's a hard-working whiskey. Like, I put in a hard day's work whiskey. Like,
okay.
Man. So that's what we're looking for?
Yeah.
All right. Well...
I'm scared now. I'm like, I don't want to give you any more information because you'll pull out some weird...
Oh, I will, most certainly. This is Knob Creek Single Barrel. So for a hard day of work, Knob Creek is great for just a normal day at work, but you had a hard day at work.
I can see that because it's got like this easy button right here to open it.
There you go. Actually, that's a pull tab to get it to pull open. It opens somehow.
Oh, it's not that easy to open.
All right. Knob Creek is a Jim Beam product.
Okay.
It's one of their premium whiskeys. Single barrel, right? That's their higher proof stuff, which means also it only comes from a single barrel. This one happened to be selected specifically from the store I bought it from in Cheyenne, the Town and Country Supermarket Liquors. So whoever, was their manager or owner, whoever decided it, contacted Knob Creek and said, hey, I want to buy a barrel. And they sent him samples, or he went and visited the distillery, sampled it. And so whoever chose this barrel at that store said this is the one he liked. Or she liked, whatever.
And it's made from attic wood?
Nope.
No.
No.
They stored the barrels in an attic so it got more flavor faster?
They started in a rick house. It could be like a rick house.
What's that?
It's what they call the house that they store the whiskey barrels in.
It's called a rick house?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
Oh.
It's just what they called it. I always thought of it as a rack house, but they're like, no, it's a rick house. I don't know. Huh. Maybe Rick was the one who built it. I don't know. Anyways, 9 years old, right? So this sat in the barrel for 9 years before, which starts to, for bourbons, which this is, gets to be kind of long, right? Most of the bourbons we've had are usually in the 4 to 5 range, even some down at like 2 years.
So do they check them, or do they just let them sit there for 9 years?
They do check them to taste them to see how the barrel is impacting it. So they will sample it. Their master taster, master blender, whatever it is, will go through and decide which ones it is. And then for like these single barrels, they go through and they say, okay, these ones are ready to be sold. And then they can sell the sample, or not sell the samples, but send out the samples to those who are going to do barrel picks. So, I mean, technically speaking, if we wanted to front the cash or start a crowdfunding and get all of our subscribers to, donate, we could contact somebody like Knob Creek or somebody like Balcones or somebody and buy a barrel from them and have it, the Whiskey Buds, bottled.
And then, excuse me, UPS just drops off a
A barrel,
A barrel of whiskey.
I don't know how they're going to ship it to you, but yeah. I don't know. Maybe we'd have to make a trip.
And you just like roll it in your house and
I think they do send the
put a
barrel
lamp on it,
right? Like here's your barrel that the whiskey came out of, and then they bottle the whiskey for you.
Oh, well, that'd be cool.
So this is going to be your whiskey for a hard day.
Oh yeah,
Not just for a normal day, but for a hard day.
Ooh, it's very flavorful.
Yes. Anybody who knows Knob Creek single barrel knows. You know, for me, like that would be my go-to.
It smells really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what? Just single barrel?
Yeah. So
Kentucky straight bourbon whiskeys, 120 proof. I
was avoiding
You didn't mention that.
Well, I said a hard day's work.
So it's effective, you're saying.
If it was a normal day's work, we'd keep it at a normal proof.
120. Is that? Have we had anything higher than that?
Yeah, Stag Junior, Booker's, and 1792 full proof.
Oh, what are those?
All bourbons.
How many? How proof?
Oh, all within. Let's see, they're all like 126, 125 for the 1792.
So right around there.
Yeah. Yeah, they're only another 2 or 2.5% alcohol.
So whiskey goes from like about 80 to about 120.
Yep.
So that range.
So if we use bourbon as your baseline for whiskey, you have to have a minimum of 80 proof or 40%.
Okay.
To be even called whiskey. Otherwise, it's a liqueur or schnapps, things like that, right? So as soon as you drop to that 35%, that crowned apple, it's not whiskey, it's flavored stuff, right? It's considered a liqueur. And then, so as soon as you hit the 40%, then you can have whiskey. But bourbon cannot enter the barrel at more than 125 proof, right?
Okay.
But in certain climates that are dry, right? So very dry climates, the angel share, which is the evaporation through the barrel, if it's a dry climate, the water will evaporate before the alcohol does. So the proof inside the barrel will actually go up. And so you can have 126, 128 proof, things like that. So that's how you get above that 125 mark when you're dealing with a bourbon.
So is it in a dry climate if it's a higher proof?
Yep.
Huh. All right, well.
Yeah, give it a try. It does smell good. I haven't given any smelling notes, but it smells like bourbon.
Okay. Handle that like a champ. Whoa.
Oh, man. That's
I
good
feel
stuff.
better already.
Right? You can feel it just warming up your belly. Like it's working the knots out of your muscles as we speak, right?
It's like a sauna from the inside.
Oh, man. Did you even taste it?
I thought I did. But I don't remember after. Yeah, I did. I did taste it. And it tasted really good. And then... What happened?
Oof.
Right.
Then it did its job. That's what it is. It tasted really good, and then he just mellowed out. Like it doesn't look like it.
I like it. It's good now.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. Long. I guess not a long finish, but it's got a decent finish. Like for the length of it. Of course, and maybe that's still the warmth on your tongue.
That seemed pretty high proof for. Yeah. Okay.
For being 60%.
I guess. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna try it again. It's got a bite.
You get that. I mean, it's the typical bourbon flavor. I mean, a little bit different than some. I mean, I say a little bit different. Like all bourbons have such a similar flavor profile, but it's all in what you like for the nuances, right? Like the different seasonings, much like your Balcones, right? Being a bourbon. has slightly different flavor profile than some of the other bourbons like this one. Even though this one's 10% more alcohol.
It's yeah.
This one's how you relax at the end of a hard day.
Even if you don't want to. It'll force you.
Yeah. This is a rather forceful sipping whiskey.
It's pretty good. But
Oh yeah.
It's strong.
Yes, it is. My advice is put it in an old-fashioned. Those are good. Very strong. You got to be ready for it. But see, in an old-fashioned, you add a little bit of sugar to it, and that's a sweetener that kind of tones down a lot of that burn. Tones it down. It doesn't get rid of it. Tones it down. And then you throw some bitters in there, and that adds a little bit of like a seasoning to it. And so it's real simple. You get the full flavor of the whiskey with just kind of tone the little things down, and
Well, it has a lot of flavor.
it really does. And that's why I like it in the old-fashioned, is because all that flavor comes through. I mean, it's almost
the alcohol's
not affected.
strong, but it's got a good strong flavor too, and it's I don't know. It's
The alcohol is not overpowering.
Well, it is.
It doesn't overpower the flavor.
Okay, but the flavor's still there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
That stuff's just good.
Just,
And of course, this is a single barrel. So if you remember back to our episode of Blanton's, how we compared like the different single barrels, this is the same thing. So if we had another barrel of the Knob Creek single barrel, we could compare them side to side and they would taste slightly different, much like those Blanton's did. I don't know, you already relaxed from your day and
yeah.
feeling better?
Ready to take a nap. Yeah, I don't know. It's good. I don't know what to say. Like it's like it's a
You get
nice
caramel
single-
and vanilla notes.
vanilla.
It's pretty strong to be getting those, but well, you can't stick your nose too far in there. That's that ethanol comes to you. Man.
You know what's kind of weird is like you take a drink, and then you take your first breath of air.
Oh,
You know, like you take a drink and then you just breathe when you get it down,
okay.
and it like brings out just a little bit of sweetness on your tongue when you do that.
Yeah, I could.
And
Yeah,
it kind of does. Like it doesn't really taste like vanilla, but like probably a hint of vanilla when that happens.
there you go. Yeah,
It's like just a hint of like very subtle sweet vanilla.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Knob Creek single barrel only comes out so often. Get it while you can. Definitely worth trying.
Okay. That didn't make it sweeter. I just inhaled a bunch of
made it
alcohol.
burned
fumes.
more. All right, we gotta,
Yeah. Let's
cheers.
stop
Join us
there.
next week.